The cunning of Sima Yi managed to eliminate Gongsun Yuan. Not knowing the limits of his strength, he had turned his back on Wei and declared himself the king of Yan. Unable to control his anger towards this fool, Sima Yi was reminded of another man. The unparalleled tactician that had fallen at the Wujiang Plains, Zhuge Liang. Once his star had faded, the land had changed dramatically. Within Wei, Cao Rui succeeded Cao Pi as emperor and began a rule of greed and opulence. While within Wu, they watched the struggle between Wei and Shu as they stabilized their own country and strengthened their defenses. Meanwhile, determined to rebuild its strength, Shu remained quiet as it recovered. It was then that Cao Rui of Wei died and was replaced by the young Cao Feng. Supporting Cao Feng were the Wei general Cao Shuang and none other than Sima Yi. However, Sima Yi willingly gave up his authority and decided to retire instead. For he felt that dividing power between two people would only lead to chaos within the government. In addition, with Zhuge Liang gone, there were none who could match his intellect. Realizing this fact during his battle against Gongsun Yuan, he later disappeared from the public eye. And so, as the lone authority of Wei, Cao Shuang moved to attack Shu in the hope of returning Wei to its former glory. Sima Yi refused to participate in this battle and dispatched his son, Sima Zhao, in his stead. It was a sign of how much he missed having a worthy opponent.
We can place ambush troops here, but that means these supplies.
It's a little dark for map reading, isn't it? Who are you again?
My name is Deng Ai, my lord. I have had the honor of speaking with your father on several occasions.
Is that right?
I have something I wish to discuss with you, my lord.
What is it you want to say?
Forgive me, but would you be willing to speak to our lord on my behalf? We have been short on provisions since our last campaign. Our first order of business should be to find some nice, fertile land. The enemy is clearly reading our every move. We should prepare for a surprise attack.
I suppose you already mentioned this to him and he ignored you. Well, he's not much of a listener. Even if it's coming from me, he's just going to say the same thing.
Perhaps, but you're the only chance I've got.
How do I always get myself caught up in these things?
Thank you, my lord. I wish you luck.
Welcome! Hooray! Shu stands no chance against your might, Lord Cao Shuang.
We're behind you all the way, General. Lord Cao Shuang thinks he is a capable leader. It's really quite embarrassing.
Look at these sycophants playing up to an incompetent buffoon. I won't be a party to it. Shu are not the force they once were, yet we are to fight them now?
I was reading my history, and apparently Lu Bu was the first man ever to defeat Cao Cao.
I'm just glad I never had to face him.
Lord Wang Su's daughter? But what is she doing on the field of battle?
Who's that beautiful woman over there?
My lord, these are the orders of your father. You must listen to Lady Yuanji's advice.
You're a lucky man, my lord, to have such a beautiful woman keeping an eye on you. Has your father really retired, my lord? I wish he would reconsider.
Come, my lord. Please make a bit more of an effort. Oh, I suppose making an effort is too much like hard work for you.
Shu is currently in a state of chaos. It should be easy for us to beat them.
Lord Deng Ai is an experienced veteran of battle. It's heartening to have a man of his calm disposition in our ranks.
I hear Lord Deng Ai likes to make maps in his spare time. No wonder he's so adept at using the terrain in battle.
I'm just like you, my lord. My parents have organized a match for me. And it's not like I don't like her. It's just, she's so opinionated.
Lord Sima Yi is attempting to ascertain the abilities of Lord Cao Shuang. That is why I sent your brother to this battle, to report on Lord Cao Shuang's behavior.
Why do I always have to get stuck with these menial tasks?
Lord Sima Yi is attempting to ascertain the abilities of Lord Cao Shuang.
My lord, there's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Ah, there you are, Sima Zhao. I have an important mission for you. I want you to launch a surprise attack on the enemy supply base and secure provisions for our men.
If I do, then our defenses here will be thin. I think it best if we prepare for an attack by the enemy and strengthen our defenses.
You're not the first one to mention that to me. You must have spoken with Deng Ai. There is no way the enemy will try to attack us. They have no idea what we are up to. Enough. I order you to go and attack the supply base. Understood?
I suppose I don't have much of a choice.
This has all gone wrong, Deng Ai. Lord Cao Shuang wants us to raid the enemy supply depots.
I apologize, but I am still worried that the enemy will spring a night raid.
I hope they do. That'd teach him. Come on, we'd better get moving.
The supply depots are to the northwest. We must approach undetected. Speed and daring. Fine work, my lord. The supply depots are just ahead.
Terrible news! Our main camp is under attack. It needs help urgently.
Okay, let's get this.
Just as I feared.
This ought to make Lord Cao Shuang see sense. I guess we better go help out.
Stop me!
And just what do you think you're doing here? Trespassers will be executed. I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall see.
That was almost too easy. Things are looking very good for us.
You're out here all alone? I welcome such carelessness in the ranks of my enemies. I must retreat. This is not the end.
That was almost too easy.
Part of our main camp defenses have been wiped out by a fire attack.
Okay, let's get this thing started.
What a disaster. I have no excuse for troubling you with this rabble.
Fight me now! For glory!
I trusted that you would come. I appreciate your assistance.
Sima Zhao. Stop me! I suppose you've come to laugh. You were right, and I was wrong. I wouldn't do that. So what do you want to do? I think our chances are anyway pretty much gone. I know that. All forces retreat! How do you like that?
The enemy seems to be coming from the north. We must take the western gate and head south.
You have your father's eye for strategy, I see. The western gate, you say? Very well.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all. Circumstances constantly change during battle. You must be quick to adapt.
The skill you displayed on the battlefield inspires us all to carry out our duty.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops. This is our chance, men. Claim the head of the leader of Wei.
Not again.
Our lord is struggling. He won't last much longer.
All right, I get it. I have to help him, right?
I am to be the last thing you see on this battlefield. Come and show me the might you possess. I cannot afford to die in battle. I shall withdraw for now.
That was almost too easy.
More enemy units, my lord.
We will show you the results of my training.
Why can't they all just come at once and be done with it?
Ryan, stop me!
How could this be? It's as if your actions out there have cured me of all my ailments.
wasn't quite up to this. It looks like we'll have to take care of them.
I'm afraid your destiny has run its course.
Try and stop me!
I thought you might come. We could use some assistance to turn back the enemy.
Such strength. Until next time, when I can return stronger.
That was almost too easy. The Night Rain. The tenacious waves of attack. I'd say they have quite the strategist leading them.
That would be me. And I'm here to claim your head. Almost complete, but you're not getting past me.
This one looks like a real pain in the neck. Dung Eye, I'll leave him to you.
Surely just my lord.
Return the favor.
Your prowess is undeniable. I doubt I have ever seen anything like it. You will learn to regret this moment.
Hey, I'm just as serious as anybody out there. I refuse to be beaten in battle.
Try and stop
The skill you displayed on the battlefield inspires us all to carry out our duty.
Keep you waiting. Try and stop me! I must retreat! This is not the end! Okay, let's get this done!
That was a...
That'll do. Pull out!
Well, it looks like we got away clean in the end. But the general may prove a problem. I suppose I should go and report on what happened to my father.
Most impressive, my lord. You reminded me of your father out there today.
What? Come on. Don't say things like that. Right. Let's move on out of here.
He defeats the enemy with assured decision-making, and retreats by the safest route. It seems the Sima family is the only one that can reunite Wei.